took me a few times.
Okay, so this is the driving home review for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
A lot further home than normal.
Yeah, a lot further home. Yeah, we're actually properly up the valleys already now, so I don't know how much you're going to see of us. I might just be able to put that one. There we go. Should have just done that before in the last one, shouldn't I? So yeah, I did love it. I think it's oddly structured. It doesn't feel like a film in the same way as the 8 Potters and previous Beasts film do. I think it was way more character driven. Not a bad thing, but it didn't seem to be a 3-act structure in the traditional way you would expect a motion picture to be. There's some beautiful effects, yeah, there's some nice performances, but for me the biggie is the absolute joy and excitement I felt when they return to Hogwarts, and the camera just comes over the hills. Obviously it was CGI, it's not real, is it? But
yeah,
and the lake,
castle.
and the castle's there, and the actual main Harry Potter thing kicks in, and it made me think that as much as I'm enjoying this, it's actually Harry Potter I yearn for, because it was like you know, when you're at like shit auntie's house and you're like, it's lovely because you know she's still a good auntie and you like her and stuff, but you've got a favourite auntie, and then favourite auntie walks to the kitchen and you're like, yes. It was kind of like that.
Wow.
You never had that happen?
No, my auntie never shouted like a dyke.
No, you shout, not the auntie. You shout like that because she's arrived.
No, I never got that excited over my auntie. It's illegal.
You missed out. So yeah, so I thought it was cool. Johnny Depp kind of phones it in a little bit, but Jude Law with a beard, hello, is great. I totally bought into him as young Dumbledore.
Oh, him.
I think there's. Are we doing spoilers here? Are we doing spoilers?
I don't know. Can they still see it?
I don't know. It's been out a while. Okay, so here's spoiler. Stop now if you're avoiding spoilers. I like the whole setup that Nagini was not animagus. I can't remember what they are.
Is it bad? I don't know what either of those are.
Okay, so Nagini was the girl who turns into a snake in the circus, but Nagini, as that snake, is Voldemort's pet snake. So she is one day, and they said one day she will not be able to turn back into a human. They say that in Crimes of Grindelwald. Yeah, so that's coming. So that
I thought that was preventable.
No.
And that's why they were trying to get her out. To stop her from turning into it, because turning into it too much was what would stop her from turning.
Oh yeah, I get kind of but but we know it happens. She is Nagini. Nagini is just the snake by the time you get to Harry Potter. But then it begs the question
of what happened. I didn't watch this.
But most people would have. But then it begs the question of, so when did Nagini become Voldemort's snake? Was Nagini snake before Voldemort
I thought you said
fell?
snake.
No, I just kind of held it at hiccup. Or, you know, did they meet in the forest of Albania when he was just a spirit? Yada yada yada. Oh, no, hang on, she's Horcrux, so it must have been before he was destroyed. That would be work, right? So yeah, and then it ends on an enormous. There's the man.
Oh no, he did move.
He does move. He is real.
He does move.
We weren't sure if the security guard at the car supermarket here was real.
Was a scarecrow or not?
Yeah, but he is real. So yeah, really interesting stuff, because it then ends with a bit of a cliffhanger that one of the characters could be you can let go now. I can't think of his name. Credence from the first movie, who apparently wasn't blown to obliteration, which I think kind of ruins the end of that film, because I always thought it quite sad that he is destroyed in that way. So to find that he's just recoalesced in Paris was a bit but the whole thing that Grindelwald tells him his family, his birth family. Are we
not doing free ad?
No, we're not. No, he's a Dumbledore, and everyone's going, "Oh, well could have been. And I think people are missing a massive point. They're trying to say possibly he was Ariana's son. Well, no, because fairly sure she died still as a child. So a bit grim if she had a kid first. Then people are saying, oh, Dumbledore. Well, we all know that Dumbledore and Grindelwald had a bit of a going on. So very unlikely it's going to be Albus. But there's nothing to say that Aberforth doesn't have a child out there. Because he was a bit of a wild one.
Or him.
And he could have been sowing his wild oats as a youth. So that's my money's on it's going to be Aberforth. Or a cousin. There could be, you know, another branch of Dumbledore's from Albus's father.
That's the shit.
Yeah, that's really shit. We'll turn that off now. We're back in the land of actual street lights. So yeah, it is very, very enjoyable. It's a great film. I think it gives us way more promise on a series of 5 films, the names of which I could not work out. Quintet. It'd be a quintet, wouldn't it? But yeah, it kind of... I just think it scripts more like a stage play than a movie. What did you think of it? Given that you are not a Harry Potter person, you don't really know the lore, the ins and outs, all of that.
You said a 3-stage thingamabob, and I was sat here that what?
Normally films are written in like 3 acts, so you get all the introduction, everything set up. You get the middle where it's all the adventure, and then Act 3 is the big finish. That's the kind of standard.
So what did I think of it from my point of view? How?
As not being a Harry Potter person, not knowing the background, the lore, the rest of it, you know, just having seen some of the Potter films and the previous Fantastic Beasts.
I thought it was good. I like films because I can appreciate and enjoy the film. You know, I've never been a Harry Potter, Star Wars person. I enjoyed the film, but as you know, I'm a very that doesn't work in by their laws, so why are they doing it?
Yeah.
I feel that they do that, but everywhere does that. You know, Doctor Who, I'm sure Star Wars has not paid enough attention.
Yeah, fully certain Star Wars has.
Which annoys me when people do that.
Like existing within their own canon, kind of thing.
Well, you don't make something. Oh, this is the law. Otherwise, the whole universe will blow up, and then you go and do it the next episode, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
There's no point in having that.
So where do you think that happened within Fantastic Beasts?
Not that I can pick it off the top of my brain.
Right.
Now.
Okay.
Maybe if we'd filmed the same night. Insider. But no, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I felt a lot of it was just the same as the first one.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like any besides Newt maybe. It didn't feel like any of the other characters had grown or developed as people.
Yeah.
It just felt like, you know, their world froze until this next film.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was.
Except Newt.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be that much after. It was supposed to be about 6 months later, Mike. One thing that did actually get me was I love Queenie. She was my favourite character in the first one.
Because he loves the Queen.
No, I think Alistair Sudol does a brilliant job, and she's got that kind of kooky.
It was a joke.
I know, but she's got that kookiness down beautifully, and there was a real purity about her, and I think because of the fact that she can read minds and she's illegitimate and all the rest of it.
He doesn't like it when I'm kooky.
It's a whole different ballgame, and so to see her genuinely turn to Grindelwald's side was an enormous shock, and B, just a little bit heartbreaking. So I'm quite keen to see how that plays out. I fear that there's a redemption arc coming for her, and we all know that in those situations they are redeemed, but at a price. So I think she'll be the first major character to really bite the dust. But yeah, Fantastic Beasts, you know, if you follow the series, obviously, and you haven't seen, do track it down.
No pun intended to the video recorded before this, but I don't know when it's going to be uploaded.
Yeah.
You said another bites the dust.
Oh, right. see. Yeah, okay. Because in our video we just recorded
Well, if they
Bohemian
go and
Rhapsody.
Yeah, you don't tell them that, and then they have to go watch the other video.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
not great at YouTubing.
I'm not trying to be famous for it or anything. This is just for fun.
You're not.
Well, get your own bastard channel. Right. Night night.
Night.